with the SonicPoint provisioning profile. Here we are applying these settings globally to all SonicPoints. However, the same settings can be done on the SonicPoint itself. The two main differences are A, if the changes are done on the provisioning profile, all the SonicPoints will need to be deleted and reprovisioned. If choice B, changes are done on the SonicPoint itself, and confirming your changes will reboot the SonicPoint to take effect. If the retain settings is enabled on the SonicPoint profile, it will then be enabled on the SonicPoint as well. Having this enabled will retain the parameters already set on the SonicPoint. So if making changes to the SonicPoint individually, I then suggest to disable this until all changes have been done. The SonicPoint provisioning profile uses 802.11 mix mode by default. Changing it to 802.11 and only can be used to increase throughput, and with the help of its features such as short guard interval and aggregation. It is important to know that not all devices support these features and may need to be disabled when using this mode. However, 802.11n utilizes dual channels to double the bandwidth over 802.11g. This is the key to increasing overall throughput. However, some devices do not support 40 MHz dual channel. Devices that do can benefit from this greatly. Below, I have chosen 40 MHz, and with that I have the option to choose my primary channel, which will automatically choose a secondary channel. Here in North America we have a range from 1 to 11 to choose from. When selecting a primary channel, you will notice that the secondary channel will always be 4 channels away from the primary. Channel selection is important when needing to work around existing RF interference such as neighboring Wi-Fi networks. So the best practice is to channel plan on the least congested channels. When choosing a authentication type, you have several choices to make. However, most commonly used is WPA2 pre-shared key with AES. Not all devices will support WPA2 with AES, so choosing at least WPA with TKIP is the next best option. Here you enter in your passphrase. I recommend that it's complex and should include capitalization, numbers, special characters, and at least 8 digits long. On the Advanced tab, by default, the transmit power is set to full to provide the most RF coverage. I suggest setting it to 1/4 power, then have an active site survey performed to get an idea of what the RF coverage is like at 1/4 power, which in turn will help you understand if the power should be increased or decreased depending on your environment. The rest of the parameters on this page are not altered unless additional troubleshooting is required or fine-tuning is needed. Okay, this completes the tutorial.